Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A private citizen calls out a sitting congressman on sexual allegations. Also tonight, two large corporations have come to an agreement regarding an expensive utility bill. And public school officials discuss future plans for face-to-face instruction. In sports, COVID-19 catches up with the crank and knocks him out. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Great customer rep, always willing to go above and beyond for his customers.
I truly hope she gets noticed at work, since I do see she is a hard worker.
The field technician that visited my home was great and helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Uni, keep it up.
Your customer service is always very good.
Awesome customer service with great technicians that are really helpful.
Thank you so much, Sherlyn and Docomo Pacific.
That's so sweet. Feels good to see this kind of messages because we try our best to do customer service.
We make sure that we will 100% resolve the issues.
For all those people that are seeking assistance,
I just want my customers happy
and help them out each and every day.
I would want to go to a place with someone that's just like me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come to Docomo and you'll feel like you're at home.
For all those going out each day, doing what they can to hold us all together, we're here to help those helping us all by keeping our lights on.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155.
Off a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Friday, September 11th, 2020. A private citizen calls the attention of the governor, legislature, and attorney general to look into the past of a sitting lawmaker.
Representative Edwin Probst is being accused of sexual misconduct and may be a possible subject of a House ethics investigation. On September 8, Irene Hull wrote a letter to the governor, Speaker of the House, and the Attorney General calling for legal infrastructure. Hull says sexual abuse allegations have been relayed to her through Probst's former students and acquaintances. Her letter states allegations of abuse of male and female students by Probst have been around for many years but was never fully addressed by the courts, the public school system, or legislature. Yvonne Pangilinan from PSS tells us what the procedures are for investigating abuse allegations of students by school personnel.
If there is any suspicion to believe that a child has been abused or neglected, then as mandated reporters, we call DPS We also make a call to DYS.
Pagalinan says DYS conducts all interviews with students while DPS handles the criminal investigation.
If there is a criminal investigation, DPS handles the criminal investigation. As far as if it's an individual within the school system, then disciplinary hearings, disciplinary procedures are put in place.
Last month, Hull made an open government request to PSS asking for records of 8 teachers and employees, including Probst. But due to the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, PSS is legally barred from disclosing any information. Governor Torres spoke on the issue at this morning's press conference.
This serious allegation, it's a very serious matter. And, it's very sensitive because you bring this out, the victim, family, you bring this out again on the actions that the allegation was done. And it's very difficult to talk about. And I believe in the judicial system that Congressman Ed Probst is innocent until proven guilty. And I also understand and I know that, accountability, integrity, and transparency is something that he always advocates. So being that, I would assume that Congressman Ed Probst would not object to any investigation.
Governor Torres says it is important to address the issue and protect the children of the CNMI. KSPN reached out to Probst for a comment regarding the governor's message, and this is what he has to say. Quote, Governor Torres says nice charitable things publicly and then condones the cruelest, most abhorrent smear tactics through some of his cabinet members and political strategies. End quote. He continues on speaking on the effects this issue has had on his family and most especially survivors of sexual violence. Probst says if the governor does believe a person is innocent until proven guilty, then he should also condemn all the attacks and bullying. Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Limis.
The Commonwealth Utilities Corporation has come to an agreement with the hospital regarding the millions of dollars CHCC owes in utilities. A contract was signed Thursday between the government, CHCC, and CUC on a payment plan that works for all parties regarding the nearly $34 million the hospital owes in utilities.
What we agreed was the term and payment arrangement. The government will pay on our side. Will pay $150,000, along with CHCC making the rest. And we'll be making sure that we do this, I believe, before the 8th of every month. At the same time, this will give us a few more months to address the arrears. And both board have agreed to sit down maybe next week or the following week and give some information dating back from 2011, where the hospital was changed into a corporation.
CUC pulled the power plug to the hospital on Tuesday for 6 hours, forcing the hospital to run from a generator. CHCC CEO Esther Munoz says even though it was only for 1 day, it had major effects, even causing the hospital to cancel some scheduled surgeries.
The power was on. Unfortunately, one of the generators was not working, had some issues. And we did cancel some surgeries, and also yesterday we did cancel a few surgeries. But again, hopefully that moving forward, and this is an agreement that really puts, like the governor said, puts the both board members to discuss this and move forward and make sure that the patients get the care that they desperately need, and also to remove any unease of the patients and their families and the staff that are also working to make sure that services are delivered.
Many have been approved by the CNMI Department of Labor for the pandemic unemployment assistance, but many are still waiting for their claim to be cleared, processed, and the money into their hands. Department of Finance Secretary David Adelig says a large batch of funds will be distributed beginning next week, but is unsure how many applicants this will cover.
We drew down an additional $19 million to be released, hopefully first thing Monday. and first thing Monday to release. We've already done our pre-batch, meaning we sent out a test deposit with zero funds, just to make sure that the accounts are accurate, and so we don't get large rejects of direct deposits.
Atalig says the initial projection of funds needed to cover PUA, FPUC costs to the end of the year in the CNMI is $240 million. And if more is needed, a request will be sent to the U.S. Department of Labor for additional funds. The next pay date scheduled for PUA funds to be distributed by the Department of Finance is Monday, September 14th. This is for those with the September 8th pay date.
The latest is 9/8 that we drew down, we downloaded data for payout. It should show in people's portals the date of 9/8. And those are the ones that are being scheduled to be released on Monday.
He says direct deposit will be distributed first and paper checks following a few days after. Public school officials discussed the returning of face-to-face classes. Sally Lemus reports.
The public school system plans to implement the hybrid approach by October, but there are some parents and school officials who want to open the classrooms fully. Commissioner of Education Dr. Alfred B. Atta says it is not safe to fully open until there is a vaccine.
Coupled with the principal's decision as well, they don't feel safe in our survey. We did ask them, and all of them feel that they should also adhere to the executive order or the vaccine, or the vaccine. It's very complicated, decision, and we are responsible, so we are trying to be on the safe side for the most part.
Vice Chairman Herman Atalig, who speaks for schools on Rhoda, says they too aren't ready to open.
Basically, the COVID-19 or the EO of 6 feet apart, the classroom configuration would not allow us to open full. Each classroom can only accommodate 10 desks with the classroom size and with the 6 feet apart. That's the only thing that's stopping us, basically, because of a strict 3 rules of the COVID-19.
Yvonne Pagalinan says the ultimate goal is to bring in kids slowly.
We don't know, we don't know too much about the virus. We have the current research or current understanding, excuse me, but we don't fully know how this is going to impact the student population and especially the staff population. We want to be able to start with that. We want to be able to start with that 6-foot distance, following all the 3 W's, and bring kids in for small group face-to-face. So I want to reiterate that is what we're doing. This whole orientation process, this whole meeting with families and assessing students, assessing their needs, is moving towards bringing the kids in small groups.
Reporter for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemus.
Coming up, we look back on 19 years ago today when tragedy struck. Stay tuned.
Students get smart savings at IT&E with free selected Samsung Galaxy phones and awesome discounts on plans. Get the Samsung Galaxy A7 One for free and 10 gigs of 4G LTE data for just $45 a month. Choose the Samsung Galaxy A11 for free and 5 gigs of 4G LTE data for just $27 a month. Or browse our entire selection of phones and plans and still get a 10% discount on any monthly plan. Go to ite.net for details.
One of the best things you can do during the pandemic is to get yourself healthy and strong. Gold's Gym is a great place for a tune-up. Wide open workout spaces with dedicated cardio, free weights and machines, personal training, group exercise, and good nutrition. Short-term daytime promo on sale now, just $159 for 3 months. Call 233-4000.
The Tan Sri Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Students get smart savings at IT&E with free selected Samsung Galaxy phones and awesome discounts on plans. Get the Samsung Galaxy A7 I for free and 10 gigs of 4G LTE data for just $45 a month. Choose the Samsung Galaxy A11 for free and 5 gigs of 4G LTE data for just $27 a month. Or browse our entire selection of phones and plans and still get a 10% discount on any monthly plan. Go to ite.net for details.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. It's a day we will never forget, September 11th. Residents in the CNMI express where they were on that tragic day.
Over 2,700 people had died from September 11 due to the terrorist attack. So if you look even on the front, some of the guys, they have 343. So 343 signifies the amount of firefighters or the personnel that had died. One of them a fire chaplain, 2 of them were paramedics, and actually 37 officers.
I was actually in Kansas City, Missouri. So I was working at the mall and saw all the events on TV. Tragic event. Pretty shocked at the events. Yeah, didn't believe this could happen.
I felt very, very bad knowing that, the towers, both towers fell and so many people had died that day. And it was very, very devastating. The whole world was shocked by such an attack.
Keep praying for the souls that were lost that day, That might somebody be mom or dad, brothers, sisters. Let's just pray for them today like we always do. Pass by Garapan, you're gonna see.
And for those who have served in the armed forces, this day brings a special meaning to their hearts.
I was in college in Hawaii, in the dormitories, and I think around midnight or something in Hawaii, they came running down the hallway and saying, "Oh, the towers are attacked, we're going to war." So pretty interesting, and I ended up going to war myself in 2003, so it's kind of hard to, I guess, think about it. I lost a lot of friends during the war, and thinking about it now with all that's going on too, it's just been kind of overwhelming a little bit, but I take it one day at a time.
So sad to see all those men and women and families that have perished in that tragic issues, on 9/11. So we'll continue to pray for their souls and continue to remember them.
I was on duty at that time. All I know is that they were telling us that the Twin Towers in New York was attacked, and 19 years we're still here. But a few years ago, I was in the military. I got deployed for the freedom of everybody. So it's a senseless act by people that does not respect our value of life. So that's why we're here standing today, is to appreciate the people and to give them thanks for supporting us in the making of peace to among everybody and around the world. And thank you to all the service members that continue to go out there and fight for our freedom.
I was actually in my living room, and I actually saw the plane
through television, crashed through the tower, vanished. And I just want to, I'm a disabled Army veteran, and I want to take this opportunity to thank and remember all of those people who have fallen, remembering them always, and also to the Army veterans and the all military veterans and men in uniform, men and women in uniform. I want to take this time to just say thank you for all your service, and we will never forget.
"9/11 is a date etched deeply in the mind of many. Shortly after the terrorist attack, our news station covered the tragedy in person. Let's go back 19 years. Our reporter at the time, Sonia Artero.
While in New York, my photographer and I couldn't leave without first seeing Ground Zero, the site of the World Trade Center tragedy. Truly an experience that will remain with us for the rest of our lives.
Representatives from Continental Airlines went out of their way when a group of journalists from Saipan, Guam, and the Philippines requested to see the site of the World Trade Center tragedy, commonly referred to as Ground Zero. After seeing the suicide terrorist attack played over and over again on national television, we thought we were more than prepared to view the site firsthand. Well, we were wrong. We descended upon the blockaded streets that restricted pedestrians from nearing the obviously highly dangerous site, we quickly took notice of the disbelieving and shocked reactions from onlookers. Grimacing and turning away as if in great physical pain was the most common reaction from those scrutinizing the site. We too were shocked to learn that no matter how many times we saw the tragedy played out on TV, we were ill-prepared to witness for ourselves the bleak reality of the devastation caused by terrorists. Devastation that left us numb with stark horror and in a pathetic state of helplessness. As you can see from our video, the site is still burning and smoking from the compressed heat of what was once a combined 220 floors. Shop owners in the area describe the word fear as paling in comparison to the feeling of terror that has been instilled in their minds after seeing with their own eyes the Twin Towers fall in ruins, and knowing they are fortunate to have escaped being victims when they worked only 2 blocks away for the tragedy. With his constant uplifting spirit, Mayor Giuliani reflects on the World Trade Center tragedy as a disaster that has given New Yorkers a renewed sense of faith, especially given the fact that people around the world have expressed messages of sympathy and support.
September 11th, although it was the worst attack on an urban population ever in the history of America, or in any population really, it's actually made us stronger. It's given us a better sense of who we are, what we are, and what's at stake. And whenever that happens, intelligent and decent people become stronger. It was a source of great strength to the people of New York City the day after, and the week after, and in the weeks after September 11th, as people here were struggling with having lost loved ones and not knowing what would happen next, to see all over the world spontaneous and organized demonstrations of support from our friends all over the world for New York and for the United States. So please pass along our appreciation for that.
What's up, man? More shots? What do you want? How do we get this one in?
Although the intentions are to lift the spirits of those affected by the terrorist attacks, we couldn't help but be heavy-hearted by the outpour of encouragement and strength demonstrated through the hundreds of messages strewn throughout the streets surrounding the still smoking wreckage. As we pray for safety in Saipan and throughout the Northern Mariana Islands, for as long as the rubble and the twisted wreckage remains of what was once the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center here in New York, New Yorkers may never feel safe again. Reporting for KMCV7 News in New York, I'm Sonia Artero.
Wow, we remember that. I remember that working with Sonia in that when that report came out, and also here turning the TV on in the morning, and just wow, we all remember that. All right, coming up, these stars are so bright they even shine during the daytime. Sports is next.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Gold's Gym, and today I want to go over some exercises that you can easily apply into your current exercise program. Now I have here with me Vince, and he's going to be demoing some of those exercises. Now the first one today is going to be a one-arm dumbbell row. Before I have Vince here execute a few reps, what we want to remember with virtually any exercise is your setup. If you start in a bad position, it's not going to look good, and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common mistake with here is obviously a rounded upper back, and as you can see, he's not very rigid or stable. So what we're gonna do is correct that just a little bit. So his supporting arm and his leg that's supported on the bench as well we wanna lock that in. Open up that leg a little bit to allow for a better path on that dumbbell. With the elbows coming up way too high, you can see the shoulders riding forward, and that's not what we want. So ideally, what you wanna think about is pulling with your elbows and stopping right at the midline of your body. So in this position right here, you can feel his entire upper back along with his core.
Thank you for being here with us.
For finding ways to keep things happening.
For making things feel a lot better.
Thank you.
Energize, realize, feels so good just to be alive. Time's a gift, my time is free. I can spend it on you, you can spend it on me. I could say you'll be blown away by the change you see me. And I feel alright, dance all night, put a little flavor in my life.
Thank you for staying strong with us.
And for us.
Thank you for always connecting.
For keeping us together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us
that despite this distance,
we are still better together.
Docomo Pacific, better together.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans. Frank the Crank Camacho's last UFC fight earlier this summer saw his scheduled opponent canceled just before that fight due to COVID-19. Now the tables have been turned. Camacho, who was in California training for this fight, tested positive for the virus. He's a late scratch for the Las Vegas fight that had been scheduled for this Sunday. A tough break for the pride of the Marianas, who was looking to come back after two disappointing losses. And well, when a door closes for somebody, another door opens for someone else, and that would be Rocky Martinez from Guam. who, thanks to another COVID-19 case, will get his first UFC fight on that Sunday card. Saipan MMA Fights know who Rocky Martinez is. He fought Kelvin, the big hit Fidel, 3 times with a win, a loss, and a draw. Matches that were filled with much controversy over the judges' scoring and also a lot of action. All right, UFC is going to be shown Sunday morning on ESPN+. And we continue our focus on our student athletes with this feature on an exciting up-and-coming soccer player. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Young Stars Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation. Few players work harder than 16-year-old center back Taka Borja, who's been a fixture on NMI national youth teams for the last 5 years, a player who relishes, who enjoys practice and international competition.
So I think it is very important to us because we are training for the Marianas Cup, and that's very big to us because we really want to win this one.
Yeah, now you've been with this national team. How many trips have you gone off island?
I've been to, so the first one I went to was Guam. It was like 2015, and then I've been to China, Thailand, Japan, the training camp, and Cambodia.
Thanks to Namifa's organization, he was able to start playing at a very tender age.
So I played soccer when I was 6 or 8, and then I did not attend trainings. I just got called up for games, and I thought that was pretty fun. So yeah.
Then you decided to take it to a different level.
Oh yeah.
Now how high or how far can you go in soccer? We've seen Sun Jun, Chris and Enzo. We've seen these guys go off island and do very well. What is your future?
Yeah, I want to try and become a professional player, if that's possible. I'm still trying my best, giving it 100% every training.
Young Stars Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation. Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Great customer rep, always willing to go above and beyond for his customers.
I truly hope she gets noticed at work, since I do see she is a hard worker.
The field technician that visited my home was great and helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Uni, keep it up.
Your customer service is always very good.
Awesome customer service with great technicians that are really helpful.
Thank you so much, Sherlyn and Docomo Pacific.
That's so sweet. It feels good to see this kind of messages because we try our best to do customer service.
We make sure that we will 100% resolve the issues.
For all those people that are seeking assistance.
I just want my customers happy.
And help them out each and every day. I would want to go to a place with someone that's just like me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Come to Docomo and you'll feel like you're at home.
You have the flexibility to work out between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. At Gold's Gym, we call this off-peak, and it can save you money. Short-term daytime memberships on sale now, just $59 per month, and gets you access to the biggest and cleanest fitness center on island. Get yourself healthy and strong. Check out Gold's Gym today. Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com. Hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735. Get your game and gear at Gold's Gym Saipan. Group exercise is a great way to get fit and then stay fit. For something high tempo, go for a ride with one of our instructors in our new spin room. Let's roll. Pilates improves flexibility, builds strength, and develops control and endurance in the whole human body. It also improves coordination and balance. And the Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplement. See you at Gold's Gym.
Today's high was 90 degrees, the low 80. The heat index this morning, it was really hot. 109 at 10 o'clock, the heat index was. Humidity 72%, tomorrow partly sunny, isolated showers, east winds 10 to 15. High 90, low 77. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Sunrise 5 past 6. A low tide 8 past 9 in the morning. High tide 4:46. Sunset 6:20. Saturday. That is it. The weekend's going to begin right now. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. See you tomorrow. We'll see you back here on Monday.